Welcome to Toxic Table Time with Tutts and
the Vanilla Gorilla. Cheers, guys.
Oh, what is this? I got tequila. Oh. What did you have? Rum?
We got cheap cigars, but there's no fake tigers today.
Oh, you should have bought your fake tie.
We got fake gorillas.
Got a couple of fake gorillas and my little monkey by the candlelight. And we're drinking Sierra tequila, and we've got some. What is this? Is that bamboo?
Bamboo rum.
Bamboo rum, my favourite.
Don't ask us who's driving, because we're lying.
Yeah. No one's driving home.
So this is episode 1. We're going to see how it goes of our toxic table talk. Basically, we're just going to talk about anything arm wrestling that's going on in the country at the moment. Upcoming competitions. Who's a fucking dickhead and who isn't.
If you're a dickhead, we will be name dropping. We don't care. If you don't like us, we don't like you either. That's just the way it goes.
But stop hating, start participating.
But if you're good and we like you, then we'll also name drop that as well.
And we like a lot of people.
And we like a lot of people. There's a lot of love. Let's not talk about hate.
Yeah. So this weekend we have devastating Devon.
I think that's the first comp in Devon.
First ever arm wrestling tournament held in Devon. I think Brute Force Arm Wrestling
Carl Crosby
Club are hosting it. Are they hosting it?
Yeah, I think Carl Crosby has. It's his club and he's set it up, but it's through the PAA, isn't it?
Yeah, it's through the PAA that he's set this up, and it's his first tournament hosting, kind of.
Yeah, and well, us and Carl Crosby, we go back quite a long way, don't we? I remember when he first turned up to the shed at Sussex.
He's a former Sussex member.
He was just some farm boy, and he was quite strong. I remember he smashed me on the left. Oh, the left arm.
He was one of the original Sussex members before he moved to Devon.
Yeah, and then
started up his own club.
He's doing well for himself.
Thought nothing would come of it, and it actually has gone on to get quite a lot of members in his club train.
And he is, to be fair to him, he's probably the strongest.
Is he Devon's strongest arm wrestler?
Yeah, is he the strongest arm wrestler in Devon?
Oh, there's Shane Salmon though. Is he Salmon?
Is he Devon?
Is his second name Salmon?
He arm wrestles for Kerno though, doesn't he?
Are they that way?
Are they further away?
Cool.
We don't know our geography, so...
Yeah, it's not a fucking geography channel, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you have to excuse us.
So, argue amongst yourselves. Is Carl Crosby Devon's most accomplished, strongest arm wrestler in the history of that place?
Devon. He's going to be there Saturday as well in my class, in the under 105. So he's told me. Left hand, he's definitely a threat, I think.
Yeah.
In the 105 class.
In the 105s, yeah.
Who else? So we've compiled some notes here, but let's go. We're trying to talk about novices, but we're mainly going to be focusing on pros. Like, I know you novices want to get out there and get your names up there, don't you? But the pros is
where it's at.
Where it's at. Do you know what I mean?
We'll talk about novices,
but we're not slagging you novices off. I pulled novice for 100 years, so I know.
I still am a novice. I'm just in the pros.
Exactly. Yeah, we're still novices. We're just in the pro. So under 105 pros, potentially, well, there's me. I mean, I'm not expecting much. My hand is like this now, and I've only been training it since my injury for about 8 weeks. Since I cut my tendon in half and had to have it reattached, and I've only been training 8 weeks on the right arm since the injury. So I'm going to put it on the table on Saturday, and I'm not expecting much. If I get destroyed, then I'm expecting that, because I just want to see where the hand's at and where I've got to get stronger for later on
It's
in
good
the year.
just
maybe.
to come back though.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to pulling. I'm not even thinking about winning or placing. I just want to get on the table and actually
In any
pull
sport,
right-handed.
in any sport, it's hard to come back from an injury to break that first comeback. Even like powerlifters, strongmen, tearing muscles, bones, whatever, breaking bones, and coming back. So it shows a lot of character to come back from an injury. You know, there's arm wrestlers in the UK that have torn biceps off, and I mean, look at John Scalby. He tore his bicep late last year, and he's back competing now.
Did he tear it though?
And
Did it actually come off?
I think he ruptured it or something, but he lost to Adam at the weekend. But it shows the character just to enter and compete and put his arm back on the line after an injury. Because it takes a lot to come back from an injury. A lot of people get injured, you never see them again.
No.
A lot of people, that is the excuse they wanted the whole time.
Especially
arms hurt, that's me out, I gave it a good go.
broken arms, especially.
Yeah, so it shows a lot.
I know a few people that have broke their arm. Keelan White, he broke his arm at Farm Wars, and no one's seen him again. But you know,
Look at Hightower.
Hightower got his arm
He
shattered.
broke his arm, and now years on from that, he's now one of the best arm wrestlers in the country.
He doesn't. That's not the arm he broke though.
No, but still, you still come back.
He got his right arm broken.
Still come back from an injury like that. I'd be scared to put either arm on the.
Well, yeah, I dislocated my shoulder once, and it took me ages mentally to think that I could even put it on the table, because I thought someone's going to pull me this way and my shoulder's just going to pop straight out.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of
So let's
mentality to get over it.
So who's in the 105s?
Well,
Davis.
Josh Davis, he says he told me he was getting down to 95, but I saw him in Reading a few weeks ago and he is fat as fuck. There's no way he's getting to 95
Little
kilos.
dumpling.
Oh, little dumpling from Wales. He's going to definitely be in under 105s. Maybe later on in the year he can drop to 95 if he stops eating all them custard cream.
Or gets a serious illness.
Yeah, or gets seriously ill. I thought maybe Waghorn.
Oh yeah.
He's like an unknown quantity, but he's strong, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's strong as fuck, especially left-handed. I think there was talk of you having a match with him on the left at like Arm Wrestling Gods or
That
something.
never happens anymore now. Paul Maiden never talks to me. Don't know what I did to upset him, but
He's got I
never
think
hear a word no more.
he's had a new kid, isn't he? I think his focus is on that maybe.
Will Paul be at Devon? Will he be pulling?
If he is, he's in your class.
Oh shit!
Who else? Chris Fellows. He's now pro. Can't tell me he's novice anymore. He's pro. Left-handed. He is. I pulled him at Epic not long ago, and he's got that solid lock that I just can't push through at all.
Chris is good in tournaments. He always seems to be up and around.
Yeah. And he levels up a bit in a tournament, I think.
He's always in good matches. Always seems to be up there in a tournament.
And with his strength up there, he's probably one of the most versatile arm wrestlers that I've come across, really, because he can hook, he can go fast, he can go slow, he can top roll you.
Yeah, and it's always a bit of a worry when you don't know what the other person's
never quite
gonna
know
do.
what he's going to do, because he can do a little bit of everything. So,
You know, a lot of arm wrestlers are one-dimensional when you know what they're going to do, even if you've pulled them 100 times, and they might still beat you with that. But
yeah.
there's always that bit of a worry when you don't know if the guy's going to do something different every time.
Well, there's a lot of good matches that could happen, you know, like Cole Crosby, Chris Fellows left. That would be good.
Yeah.
I don't know what Atherton's doing nowadays. He might be in 105. He might choose to go in supers. He sort of water cuts sometimes, doesn't he?
I think he's only doing right arm at
But
the moment.
yeah,
'cause
his
he's
left arm's damaged in it, so he'll only be doing right arm maybe if he pulls. Harry Lill. He's looking strong as fuck, isn't he?
Is he the son of Harry Lill's dad?
Yeah, Harry Lill. He's the son of Harry Lill. Harry Lill, the son of Harry Lill's dad. He's looking strong as fuck, and he's been pinning a few people lately, isn't he?
Yeah.
He destroyed Dave at Monster Mash, didn't he? And right arm, I think what I heard he was twatting Atherton about at training. So
Dunno.
he could cause a few surprises on the day. I don't know if Greg Foster will do under 90 or 105. But if he's in 105,
in
just stay away
them,
from me, yeah?
If he's in either of them groups, then everyone else just argue amongst yourselves who's going to come second and third. Because Greg Foster is immensely strong.
Yeah, but remember you got like maybe top pros.
I don't give a fuck. Greg Foster.
What about
strong
Dave
as
Bradford?
fuck.
What if he decides to turn up?
He ain't coming down from Scotland to Devon.
Oh, yeah. What would that be like? How long would that be? 8 hours? 7 hour drive? I don't know if any Scottish people are coming.
Really?
Connor South seems to turn up to
I
fucking
think
lot, doesn't he?
I'd put money on Greg Foster winning whatever class he enters out of them.
He's strong as
That's
fuck.
my money bet.
He is strong as
If
fuck.
I had to put money on, I'd say Greg.
Plus, I was talking to Jason Hill. He said a few of the Slough boys are coming. So Tom Holland might enter. Well, he could fucking enter every single class, couldn't he? You never know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
I think Jason was talking about under 90 or under 75 if he could make the weight. But,
Under 75. Fuck.
I wish I could get to 75 kilos. I can't even think about getting to 75 kilos.
That was the weight of my burger at lunchtime.
And your class. I think
The big
James
boys.
Stewart said he's coming. He's coming down from Scotland.
Really? Fuck off, you big fuck.
I hope you like silver. Hightower.
I don't know if he's coming. Scalby's definitely coming, he's told me.
Bolt. Is he not coming?
Dean Bolt's not coming, he's told me. He can't
Maiden.
make it this time. Not sure about Paul Maiden. Whispers on the grapevine is that there's been a sighting of the endangered rhino.
Oh yeah.
He might be making an appearance.
The
apparently.
ghost of arm wrestling.
Yeah.
He's been at every event, but no one's seen him.
Jonty, I don't know if Jonty's coming.
Well, yeah, he always pulls.
He's usually at every
Do
competition.
you know what?
there
We
is.
forgot about James Beach.
James Beach, yeah.
He's fucking
Is he
formidable
coming?
nowadays, isn't he? But I think he's back down to under 105.
Yeah.
So he'll probably fucking. By the way, we swear in that a lot. So if kids are watching this, tell them to fuck off to bed.
Nights.
Yeah, give them a bot and send them on their way.
Give him a bit of bitty.
James Beach will fucking cause some aggro in under
There's
105.
a lot of top names, a lot of tough competition.
Thing
It's
is,
going to be a tough day.
Do you remember Dean
Any
Bolt?
class.
He said that the competition in England is particularly high compared to, say, if you went over to France or Italy, you could possibly be the strongest one in that tournament. But in England, everyone, even the novices are training like pros. So like top novices are like here, and then the pros are here, and you
Then
get
you've got
some
the elite
novices
guys.
smashing pro, and then you got the elite guys, like the Hollands and Bradfords, O'Dwyers, Maidens and Bolts and stuff, What about Dazan? He could be in your class,
Yeah, he might turn up.
but
Gonna be
he
a
likes to
tough
turn
old
up, but he doesn't like to pay his entry fee because he turned up to Battleground and he's like this. He looks like Penguin out Batman, and he's like, "How much is it, Dan?" And I was like, "Oh, it's 25 quid entry." He's like, "Oh, it's 15 okay?" No, it isn't. No, it isn't okay, Dazan. Turn up and pay your fucking entry fee, yeah?
Or don't pull.
Yeah, simple as that.
But obviously, Dazan is a threat. In terms of arm wrestling, I have to respect him because he is smashing a lot of people at the moment. And he is very strong. I mean,
Left arm, particularly.
he's becoming a name to beat
Yeah.
for anyone now.
Like, he smashed, I was there, he done James Stewart on the left, didn't he?
But late at the last one, he did
Vassie.
Bassi, Stockton, Bogdan.
Did he?
Really?
Fuck. Okay. But he's roided out of his mind. There's no way. Mitch twatted him in, what was it? Bognor, wasn't it?
Yeah. Teo.
Yeah.
Years and years ago.
Since then, he...
So that win actually looks brilliant now.
Yeah. Does. What else? Novice wise,
It'd be good to see who turns up at Devon actually, because obviously there's a lot of petrol shit going on at the moment. So appreciate anyone who's.
well, you
making
think the
effort
whole
to
of
get
Devon's
there.
going to be there, and like Shane Salmon, I think he'd probably be in the under 75s, wouldn't he? He'd probably win that class, unless you got like Tom Mitchell and Meerkat. You know, they're all good matches. Or Ted Wilson if he's coming. Shane's actually got a match with Ted at SummerSlam, I think.
Good match.
And they pulled each other at the Pro National, and they had a good match. And Shane's gunning for Ted, I think, or Urban if he's coming from Slough. He'll be under 75, I can imagine. So that class looks. I mean, there's not a single class here, pro-wise, that isn't stacked. Do you know what I mean?
It's hard to tell novice because you don't know who's going to turn up really. There'll probably be a few monsters in there.
And you know that Mark from Milton Keynes?
Yeah.
He might be in the under 105s. He could potentially be. He could be there. He seems to be at every competition.
He's always a threat in a tournament, isn't he?
So yeah, devastating Devon is this Saturday, the
This
23rd
Saturday.
of April.
Yeah.
Be there and enjoy the day.
Pay your driver some petrol money.
Yeah, there's a few people that don't like to pay fuel money. What else should we talk about? Do you want another shot of tequila
What with rum?
with your cheap cigar,
Why not, old chap?
or do you want some of that? Do you want some of that?
Let's have a tipple of this. Let me taste it. You should have got some salt and lime and shit.
Oh, we're not doing shots. It's just a little tickle.
I said a little bit.
You drive it up. I've had fucking loads of this. Right. On the Instagram page, if you don't follow it. It's Sussex at Sussex Armwrestling on Instagram, and I put a story up saying if any of you lot had any questions to ask us, and we'll pick some of them and we'll go through it. So I've compiled a list. The first question is Jay Casey a secret gay?
He seemed to get very offended.
Yeah.
Triggered, should we say?
Yeah, triggered.
By the poster of this Toxic Talk chat. And usually Jay Casey's been alright. I've never had a problem with him before.
He's a laid back chap.
He's always seemed alright, but for some reason he's just started commenting loads of gay bumming shit all over that for some reason.
He likes to watch brothers fuck themselves, apparently.
So, don't know why he was so triggered by that.
But what's our verdict? Is he a secret gay? Yeah. Right, question 2. The first few I forgot to write down who actually wrote these in, but mental preparation for the twins for a competition. That is a good question. I'm sorry I don't remember who wrote it down, but that is a good question. Mental prep. Because mental prep is probably 90% of it.
You're watching my mental prep right now.
Like, say,
Shots,
go back to Jay
cigars.
Casey, though.
Yeah.
He's a good example of that because he is strong as fuck, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's been known in the past to have a bit of a reputation of falling apart on competition day. And he's one of the strongest arm wrestlers in the country, statically. But for some reason, he was just struggling a bit mentally, but he seemed to overcome that a bit last year with some really good wins and some tournament wins as well.
Monster Mash, he done alright.
Monster Mash, he beat
fine.
Adam at an Arm Wrestling Gods tournament. He went to the pros, didn't he?
It obviously depends on his mood on the
So
day.
he obviously had a good year last year.
But yeah, mental prep. So let's go you first then. Your mental preparation.
I just I try not to think about it too much. You can really overthink these things. At the end of the day, it's just arm wrestling. You can start thinking, well, what if I go like this? What if I go like that? What if I get him? What if I get that? You just have to see how it goes on the day. You know in yourself, if you're true to yourself 100%, you know whether you're ready. You know whether you've prepared. You know what you've trained like. You know what you can do. Yeah. If you trust in all that and 100% believe that that is how good you've done, then just relax. The more relaxed you are, the better you'll do. You just chill out. People get fired up and really angry, and that might be their thing, but that's only a small window that you can hold on to that sort of adrenaline. And arm wrestling, you can use a lot of adrenaline up. In my experience, I can't talk for other people, but I just try and stay chilled out as much as possible.
Yeah.
Once I get to the table, I'll get a bit fired up mentally. I'm not one of those people that is smashing the table and headbutting walls, but in my head, I'll be quite fired up. I'm one of them silent, fired up people. But between that, I just chill out.
You was at the Novice having a whiskey with Craig Sanders at the bar.
I actually got destroyed. I got destroyed on the left arm, 2-0 straight out. And I thought, fuck this. Because I worked it up too much in my head. And it was right arm next. I went to the bar and was like, well, fuck it. And then Craig Sanders bought me a double Jack Daniels. Knocked that down, then it was right arm, and I actually did better on the right arm. I think I come 5th or something.
Yeah.
Did better on the right arm than my left arm, and my left arm's normally my arm that has placed in novice competition.
I think there's a few people like that Jordan Champ. You seen how fired up he gets?
Some people go absolutely apeshit.
But I find that can drain you of your energy and you lose focus of what you're actually trying to do.
Obviously, it's personal preference how you get fired up, but I can only tell you what
I get fired up depends on my mental prep. I'm the same again. I worry too much, and I think all week I'll be thinking, right, I'm going to lose, I'm going to get destroyed. But then on the day, I'm all right. And it depends on who I get called up to the table. As to once my elbow goes on the pad, I start getting a bit fired up, and then I have been known to throw a few slanders towards people after I've pinned them or whatever. But it all depends. I mean, this week I don't do nothing.
I usually don't
really even think about the competition. Really, I try not to think about it, and I'll just turn up on the day, and then. You know, whatever happens, happens. You can't control what's going to happen, can you? So there's no point even worrying about it.
Just enjoy it. The best thing is to enjoy it. Even at the highest level, they enjoy it.
Yeah. If you don't enjoy it, then you wouldn't do it, would you? So even if you get twatted, you're still at the next tournament, aren't you? So
enjoy your day.
Don't worry about it.
Take it easy.
What are your best wins, Mitch and Dan? You answer yours. I'm just going to check the camera still. Your best win.
Just one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I won the Red Hill tournament 2018. Was it 18?
Fuck yeah.
I won the left arm Red Hill tournament. Placed at a few other novice tournaments, second a few times. Best win.
Give us a name.
I had a really good day at Farm Wars a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
Beating Alex Nikolai and Rhino.
Rhino.
Yeah.
Can't class him as your best win.
I said I had a good day.
Fuck off.
Ethan, he doesn't arm wrestle anymore, but I pinned him in his last competition.
That was a good pin. Yeah, that was a good
left arm. Been in a few battles, to be honest.
You had a good one with that Andrew Nosco, didn't you? At the Bath. Because he was twatting everyone. And he's like...
That's fucking revolting.
You having a laugh? I fucking had loads of it. Have it with some Coke. Do you want some Coke in it?
It's like fucking bird saliva. Where's the Coke then?
My best win, probably... I'd have to actually beat someone to have a best win, wouldn't I?
Does help.
I don't know. I had a good battle with Danny Pavlov a few years back. He hasn't been seen since.
Josh Davis, left arm at the last Welsh competition this year.
Josh Davis on the left.
Coke's made it bearable.
That's a good win for me. I've had a few good wins, but I've been pulling some good guys lately, like Graham, Gary Brown.
Yeah.
Obviously Davis. I beat Dan Constantine, who was doing quite well at the competition, and he's pulled at the Romanian nationals. Is he Romanian? Yeah.
Don't know.
Sorry if you're not, but yeah, I twatted you. He actually wants a rematch. He messaged me saying that he wants to pull again when my hand's fully healed or whatever. You actually had a good win over Greg Foster. That looks good now.
Looks good now.
I don't know. If
I think it was his
don't know if it would ever
I think-
happen again.
I think it was his first ever match ever, and but now he's unmovable. So
Yeah.
don't count that one anymore.
This one, I actually wrote this one. This is from Daffyd
From Wales,
from Wales,
one of the many Welsh
who's
clubs that are
doing well
cropping
on
up all
social
over.
media, and he's got a good club going. Give him a follow on Instagram. It's at aw.daffyd on Instagram. Give him a follow. And he's got a Patreon page that does training videos and tips and stuff if you want to sign up to that, see what he's up to. He wrote, your best free arm wrestling events you ever went to.
I'd probably say Farm Wars was one of them.
PAA Novice, that was
Novice
good.
in that hotel.
2019,
yeah,
that was good.
That was up on a stage. That was
We
really
had like
good.
4 tables going. It was a big hall. Paul made and really
Yeah.
pulled the stops out for that one. That was good.
And
Teo
SummerSlam.
Bogner, Teo, that was good in that bar.
SummerSlam though has had nothing but good.
SummerSlam,
Praise.
yeah.
I couldn't be there last year actually because I had COVID, so I had to pull out. But I've heard no one's. Everyone has said how good SummerSlam was last
And
year.
last year there was 35 matches, yeah. This year, due to popular demand, there's 45 fucking matches. Stop messaging me saying, can I have a match? Otherwise we're going to be there till fucking 10 o'clock at night on the beach. There's
What's wrong
45.
with that? Get a barbecue going. Get pissed.
I think Scalby wants to come down with his decks and start doing some
Let's
fucking...
do it. Why not? There's no
odd beef
rules.
and-
There's no rules. Let's do it.
Next one, Oxford arm wrestling. What makes a good sit-down arm wrestler?
Sitting down does help.
Yeah, that's a big help. If you got legs and you can sit down, that helps.
If you watch Paul Maiden's win over Dean on the right arm, you see that Paul actually likes to stand up mid pull to win that. He was supposed to stay seated, but Reese, the referee, stood about a mile away from the table and was like that.
I don't think Reese knew what he was doing.
So lucky we got Kath now reffing. No, we got Kath. sit
Yeah,
down.
I thought she's coming down.
Kath is reffing the sit downs now, so there should be no big controversies like that.
No, but seriously, what makes a good sit-down arm wrestler? It's completely different to standing up.
Yeah, it's almost like a different sport.
A lot of side pressure. If you got good side pressure and a drag, you'll do well.
It
basically.
tends to favour power guys.
Power. I tried to get a bit of speed. You can be quick, but
someone you
might get stopped.
twat around all day long standing up will suddenly feel like they've doubled in strength when they sit down.
There's
it
a
just
few, yeah.
works like that.
Like some people are just made for sit-down arm wrestling.
It tends to suit shorter arm people because the people with the great big long arms, they go to whack you back, but then they can't go nowhere
Yeah.
because they're sitting there.
You get stopped at the pad here,
Yeah.
and that's when you get.
So
It's more if you could imagine, you're there. You want to sort of drag down this way, or just immense side pressure without snapping your arm.
tends to be more strong, really strong arm.
The improvement guy.
No, we love you.
What does Sussex intend to do as a club in the next 3 years? I don't fucking know. What do you mean?
Don't know what I'm going to do by the end of this fucking drink, mate. How long? 3 years?
I don't know. Maybe just expand. We could maybe get a bigger place. We've talked about that with Stuart. Maybe getting somewhere bigger. We've got quite a few people at the club. I mean, and we train 3 days a week, but sometimes there be 2 people. Sometimes there'll be fucking 15. You never know who's going to turn up
That's
on
why
these 3
Stuart
days.
puts on a lot of sessions so that someone can at least make one.
Yeah, so there's no excuse for any member of Sussex to not be there at least once a week because there's
like 3 or 4 sessions sometimes, and that's to accommodate everyone. So it's Stuart's garage, so he's very accommodating to the club.
Yeah,
Thanks, Stuart.
He gets paid fuck all. He's got a little sub. He's had a little sub box there for about 2 years now, and I think it's
It's got the same 2 pennies rattling in the bottom. From
no one puts
2015.
fuck all in there. So yeah, Meister, the Moroccan Sunset. James, is it Meister or Mister?
Don't know.
Mister. Tips for gripping up with taller opponents with larger hands. What, like say a mantis?
You have to just try and make them come low. Don't give them anything.
Marvin taught me a thing. He said, if you got a small hand, make it smaller, if that makes sense. So your opponent has got to come down to you and he's got to get around your hand. Don't worry about their hand. Just make like even Bajan, I try and make a fist. So my hand like that, I got a small hand, but I'll come in with my thumb and I'll make my hand even smaller. So it's awkward to grip up with me. And just go from there, basically. But if you're... What is it I was saying? If you're strong, you're strong. It doesn't matter who you grip up with.
Just have to get strong.
Just get stronger.
If you're strong, nothing else matters.
Yeah.
I tell everyone at Sussex, right, I might not know what I'm talking about, but I tell everyone, all the novices, even the guys that aren't novices in our club, I say, just get as strong as possible.
A strong hand and wrist as well.
Strong as possible.
I preach to all
cancels
the
out
guys,
everything else in my mind.
I preach to all of them. Russell, Charlie, Dan, even Reese, fucking Laurie. Laurie's doing really good at the moment. I said, train your hand and wrist as much. Forget about curling fucking 90 kilos. Get your hand and wrist as strong as you possibly can before you start getting your arms strong. That's my advice anyway. King CT lifts. That's Chris, the Viking.
Yeah.
Would you rather pull a super match underwater or sprint 100 metres between rounds? Mate, I can't even run across the kitchen to make a cup of tea.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that.
Not sure how long I could hold my breath for. Either.
Yeah, and I mean, it depends who's the ref and how long it's set up. Because if, say, Dan Earthquake was the ref, then I'm just going to drown because he's slow as fuck.
What? Have you seen how fast you can move underwater? You'd be like that.
I'd die before it got to the pad. Death before dishonour.
So the answer's underwater.
Yeah, underwater, but we'd probably die.
Broke gills like fucking Kevin Costner in Waterworld.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that film, you're too young.
Smokers. How do you build and keep together such a big team? That's from David.
By don't know, regular sessions, good banter.
There is a lot of... It is very... And I mean, if you turn up to a session, you're going to get abuse. There's no doubt about it. Verbal abuse. And if you've seen the video, you might get, on the Sussex Facebook page, you might get the odd dead arm. Reese. So basically, only the strongest survive in Sussex, don't they? We've had loads of people.
Selection.
We've had loads of people come and go, haven't we? We've seen loads come. Some just can't take the banter, and we do take it to a level that some aren't comfortable with.
Offensive, some might say.
And that's just the way we are, I'm afraid. So you need a strong set of shoulders if you're going to be at Sussex, because
and a thick skin.
You will get abuse, and that's not just me and Mitch. Reese bullies everyone.
Reese is one of the worst.
Reese is one of the worst bullies of the club.
Charlie even said to us when Reese wasn't there, I'm going to grass him up there. Charlie went, when I first met Reese, I thought, oh no, this guy is an absolute prick. I don't know if I can come here. He goes, but now he's had a few sessions. they get on like a house on fire.
Yeah, and that's just how it goes. But you know, we try and me especially, I try and teach people and train them, but I can only train them what I know. So, and you know, I was at the competitions, and anyone from our club, if I'm at the tournament and you're pulling, I'm your biggest supporter, and I'll be cheering you on until I'm red in the face, because I want you to do well and I want you to win.
And Sussex, remember, don't have any pro coaches in our club. We don't have any top pro. We all just smash the fuck out of each other week in, week out, and have just improved from there.
And I can be a drain because I train every day, and if I see potential in someone and they're lazy, I can get annoyed with you quite quickly, and then I'll just have to tell you that you're a prick. But that not everyone wants to train every day, and not everyone wants the same goals, and that's why I have to tell myself sometimes.
Some people are happy just being a hobbyist.
Yeah.
Some people, this is just a hobby that they do, that they enjoy doing. They like the socialness of it or whatever. Not everyone wants to be invited to King of the Table in Dubai or fucking Arm Wars or whatever. Some people are just happy rocking up at a tournament, pulling here and there, and coming training.
But if you do come to Sussex, you will. The one thing you're guaranteed is to have a laugh. You will have a laugh. You'll come away and your face will be aching where you've been laughing so much. Right, another one. What is the origin of the club? Well, it dates back right from fucking...
We got to talk about that fat dosser Andy
Doser.
Who tried selling the club, and it's 8 members for £1,000 online.
How did that work out? How did that work out?
It originated with him, and basically, he was just an absolute twat. And,
fuck, you're going in harsh.
Fuck him. He's a fucking absolute cunt, man. So basically, everyone voted him out of the Big Brother house, and he was evicted from Sussex Arms, and doesn't really have a team leader or anything. We all just run it. Basically.
It's gone from strength to strength, though, isn't it? We've all done well.
Since he's gone,
we never go to a tournament and don't do well. You know, someone always comes away with something.
Yeah, Sussex there's usually someone from Sussex at every tournament.
This is from Dubs or Dappy or Dobby. Dobby has presented Master with a sock.
With a strap for arm wrestling.
Worst injury seen and how to prevent.
Well, it was one of our own members, Alan.
Oh, yeah.
Alan, the governor, Power. First ever tournament. So he's rocked up to Manchester. It took us 10 hours to get there. He's rocked up, ready, thinking he's ready. Told he wasn't ready, but
I told him he wasn't ready.
He's rocked up first competition. First match. Bicep straight off the bone.
No, it was his second match. He pulled James Beach. Beach twatted him, but he said he felt his bicep out, and then the Rhino took his bicep clean off.
Yeah, he then spent the whole day with his arm in a towel like this.
He strapped his arm up with a towel, and he had to stand in the corner of the room with a hat on with a nail on it. In the corner,
saying loser.
Saying for 6 hours because we were doing the tournament, and then Stuart actually drove him to Worthing A&E at about 3 a.m.
He basically had to spend the whole day up there with his arm off because we'd all gone up in one vehicle, and he didn't want to go to a Manchester hospital.
But how to prevent it? I say always look at your hand, and if you start pulling like this and you look away, and all someone's got to do is go that way, and your arm is gonna snap. That bone in there can only take 8 pounds of pressure, and it will snap. This bit, you'll very rarely see this bone snap, but this is where it will twist, or in the elbow.
I hate even talking about it.
Yeah, but let's not talk about it. That's a good few questions. There was more, but I didn't write them down, I'm afraid. Anything else to add? That's it. I hope you've...
Talking a while. Hopefully, if this gets a lot of views and you like it, we'll do some more and maybe get some people in on it and have a chat with them.
Comment, like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. We'll probably do a devastating Devon review after the competition and see how we done and how others done, and we'll catch you then, I suppose.
Until then, my friends.
Cheers.
Pull safe.